Ladies and gentlemen, Tactical Advance here, and welcome to a news update. Now today, first we're going to be talking about Squadron 42, and also we've got some mixed news in there, and I'll give you my sort of rundown on what I think of the 3.0 build and progression so far. Now you might notice in the background there's a bit of a cutscene with Mark Hamill. That small little trailer piece was actually released yesterday. It was a exclusive release to IGN. Looks really cool. It looks like an extension of the original sequence we saw quite a while back. You can see quite a lot of improvements there. We also will be getting a Squadron 42 holiday live stream as well. It's dedicated to Squadron 42. This will give us all the latest Squadron 42 updates directly from the developers. So definitely go and tune into that if you're interested. That'll be hosted on Twitch TV at 12 to 2 PM PST on the 21st. If you fancy watching that, tune in. Failing that, I've no doubt that Star Citizen also will upload that to their YouTube channel. Maybe a more edited one later on down the line as well. Now the next bit of news is no major surprise for me really. And that is the first introduction of a battle tank, a ground battle tank. The tank in question is the Tumbril Nova. This is a UEE battle tank that has been updated with new features. I wouldn't say that it's been decommissioned. I would say that it's been updated and now being sold to us. It will have the capability of shooting obviously on land, and it also will have the ability to shoot things out the air as well. Definitely expect to see different paint schemes on these. I actually think that the paint schemes are probably going to be more significant on the ground vehicles than they are on the ships, i.e. if you're on a planet that's got white and snow and then you do a camo cover of white, it is definitely going to be harder to detect and see that small tank on a planet, where a ship in space is relatively hard to see no matter what the colour is. That's what I found anyway. Now the first thing I thought once the Nova was announced is theoretically a battle tank should have relatively or very extensive armour. So I'm expecting it to be able to take quite a beating. Will go on sale. There's going to be a few options there as well for you to pick from, a few colour schemes and the traditional war bond options as well. On the topic of ship sales, I've no doubt there will be some sales coming up as well to fall in with the holiday Christmas sales that they do every year as well. So if you're looking for a particular ship that's not on sale, I should imagine it will be on sale over this Christmas period. So probably keep an eye out for that as well. Now moving on to 3.0. 3.0 has been progressing. A lot of the features that weren't originally in 3.0 have been now added. The majority of the missions are working. It's fair to say the majority of the features are there and functioning and working well. The only critique would be the FPS. Now, although some people are experiencing okay FPS, it is very dependent on how many people on the server, how many assets on the server, what GPU you got. Now, this is nothing to do with your GPU performance. There are some fundamental issues there. One of the obvious ones I can see myself is there is a RAM memory leak. When I'm playing, I'm using around anywhere between 15 and 16 gig of RAM, and that's not the VR RAM for the GPU neither. The GPU looks like it's underloading, i.e. that it's not being pushed to its maximum. Something's actually blocking it. CPU is running fine, no issues there. We did have a bug a little while ago where the CPU would max out, freezing your PC, but that seems to be fixed now. So there's definitely some performance things that need to be fixed. There is obviously one or a few underlying issues that are causing this FPS problem. I definitely feel that it needs addressing before they go to full-scale PTU, because it's just going to make the experience very challenging for people coming in, particularly if they're playing at 5 to 15 FPS. So what I would like to see from the developers is some sort of fix there. And I think that's just to make sure that it's received well, right? Because people are just going to have bad experiences playing at 5, 10 FPS, and in some cases 20. Particularly if you're doing space combat or FPS, it makes it extremely difficult to do. But on a side note, what's my take of 3.0 so far? The difference between 3.0 and let's call it the previous PTU or the mini PU, this one's much more vaster. It's a bigger playing ground. It gives you a much better perspective of what the game's going to be like when it's completed. Although this is, let's just say, one area of later on to be 110 and possibly even more, it really gives you a good idea on how long it will take to do a mission, how long it takes to load cargo, how the mechanics work. You can definitely see there's a long way to go, but this is definitely a good foundation for them to now start adding core features and improving the core gameplay and making it more immersive and interactable. So all in all, 3.0 for me has definitely been a success, minus the performance challenges there, but I've no doubt they'll fix them over the period of time anyway. So let me know how your 3.0 experience has been so far. Secondly to that, it's definitely worth sharing your CPU, GPU and RAM and give us an average FPS you've been experiencing so far. And I guess the final thing is to say Merry Christmas to everyone and Happy New Year for the people that are going away. I will be making videos over the Christmas period as well, but for the people that maybe won't be tuning in over the Christmas period, thanks for supporting me over the last years and years. Hope Santa brings you what you want for Christmas. That's everything from me. Thanks for listening and don't forget to subscribe. Bye now.